like a
water.
mountain.
Yeah, this guy, not only is it a massive wave, but it also barreled.
Oh God.
It's called Chopu in Tahiti. And it was so big, he got so deep, and then he barely made it out before getting spun over the falls.
Oh my God.
And I posted on Facebook and I go, so what did you do today? It's like, it's because it's just like you see that and you're like, okay, yeah, I haven't really done anything in life at all. It's like these people are like above human ability. So, okay, how is everybody?
I think it's been a good week. We've had a couple questions come in, and because of cutting us off, I had to cut us off really abruptly last week. I don't think you could really finish all the content that you had to share with us, but we can start. We have and I love this because it's coming from our compliance officer. He said, what do you see as the one or two most important things agents should be focusing on right now for success the rest of this year and into the future?
So,
and I love that he's asking you that because you're one of the most forward-thinking people I know, and I think have some good insight into what we're going to look like in a year, 2, 3.
yeah, so let's do this. I could do one of two things. I can go into, I was thinking a lot about this last night, and I go, all right, we have extensions in California to push us until July or August, where there's going to be some level of still social distancing, if not past the election, especially in California, to where agents need to continue doing these things online. And it's only going to probably just become a new way that we have to be on a lot of different levels. So I was thinking about it last night, and I said, you know what? I love you all so much that this shift happens, as I said, is like 16 hours of coaching curriculum, but there are about 5 segments of it that add up to about 5 hours that give you a taste of what that curriculum gets into. And I said, you know what? Why don't we just do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5 for all of you over the coming next 3 or 4 weeks, depending on what your schedule is. I will do that for you. So what I was going to do is not necessarily a part 2, but just go into a quick recap of what we talked about, just rapid fire through them. But then the part that I had to go fast in, which was kind of the social media, marketing, prospecting, that part, just go a little bit deeper, because that's what their focus should be on for now, starting, to get things going and push themselves online. And then have enough time still to answer some of these questions. But really quick, the 2 things that agents should focus on more than anything, I'm a little different, because I don't want to just say you should focus on things that are productive, meaning you should just focus on prospecting and learning. Yeah, sure. But to me, that's the same category. That's a productive thing to do for your business. The number one thing you should be doing right now is saving money, because remember what we said, recession proof. Yeah. And agents and business people just don't take it serious enough. And so if there's anything I can tell any of you to do, number one, the next commission check you get, or whatever it is, or if you already have some savings put away that are hard for you to not use sometimes, just take a small amount and go to your bank. Even you don't have to hire some crazy financial advisor. Just go to your bank and talk to the financial advisor there that sits right there in the lobby of the bank, and just say, here, like.
Can I just add, I love that you bring this up again. I have a question around it, but I'll also say I'm a bad spender. I'm a spontaneous spender.
We all are.
And I had to set up my savings account in a different institution so I couldn't easily transfer money. I don't have checks. I don't have a debit card. I have nothing attached to that account. If I'm going to get money out of it, I have to go into the bank. And I actually chose it somewhere in North County, San Diego, I really have to be intentional to go touch that money. And that was just to get past my own bad behavior.
Yeah. See, and I love that. That's a great tip. So just because when someone else controls your money and you've hired them to control that money, it's different. It's the same thing. Like, good grief, I know real estate agents who are successful who had more money in their piggy bank when they were a kid because their mom and dad didn't let them spend it. But we don't have a mom and dad that's not letting us spend it. So unless you really get serious about saving money, if you can access it, you're not going to save, or at least a lot. So number one,
What do you think they
please.
need? Because you did have so much and lost so much. So do you have a limit to, hey, you got a year in the bank, you're good?
I think you're good, or in addition to that. So minimum, you should be striving to get to the point where you take your entire monthly outgo, rent, car payments, insurance, cell phone bills, food, everything. Just as hard as it is to be the CFO of your own life, you have to be the CFO at least once a week. And so just look at last month. Look at the last 4 months. And whatever leaves your bank account every month, I just want you to times that by 12 months. And if you can work your way to that and have a bank account that's just sitting in, that serves no purpose, that is controlled by an advisor or money manager, I mean, you'd be in the 1% of America, if that 1%, that actually have liquid sitting somewhere. And not very many people do. So it's not going to happen overnight. Just start saving and investing. Once you get a nice little thing, then raise the risk a little bit. So it's not just an 8% mutual fund. Maybe you're getting a 12% return now, or a 15% return. So number one, please start saving, because it'll make a significant difference in your life. Number two, I would say is marketing, both online and offline. You have to put marketing first. And I'm not talking about spending money necessarily. You should, if you have the
Do you
budget for
define
it.
marketing? Because everybody has a different definition. What do you mean by marketing?
Yeah, and that's part of the recap that I'm going to get into. But marketing is reminding humans that you exist. So whether or not you do that organically, you do that paying money in a magazine, you do social media marketing, what are you doing every day to remind human beings in your marketplace that you exist? Because who cares how great, ethical, knowledgeable, great smile, honest of a realtor you are if no one knows you exist? Think about that. Besides your 672 friends on Facebook and your average 432 people in your CRM that the average agent gets. So 1,000 people know you exist. Woo. Like, that's not extraordinary. That's not trying to raise the bar at all. Talk to some of the biggest mega agents in the nation. Their CRMs are 10,000 strong plus. They have massive online following and online influence. You think that just came organically? No, they're constantly out there pushing their brand name or just their personal name. So marketing is that, reminding people you exist. And then I'd go further in the definition of marketing is this is my own philosophy behind marketing, is now that you know you have to remind them you exist, it's to inspire eyes and ears to embrace what you are trying to give them. So when you market to people, both paid or organically, shaking hands or spending money on an advertisement, you are trying to inspire eyes and ears to embrace what you have to bring to them. And when you look at all types of marketing strategies in every brand out there that exists, look at what they do. the number one rule of marketing is to flood people so much that eventually they have to embrace what you are doing. They can't get away from you. It's the number one rule of marketing, persistence. So here's an example. It's just like dating, right? It is. Like, you have to be so persistent, continue asking. So marketing, when you see these brands like Expedia, and so in the travel industry, and Amazon and whatever it might be, they're flooding us so much, so often, that eventually we break, we fold, and we give into it. 1996, 97, 98, 99, 2000. Turn on the radio, Expedia.com. Turn on the Super Bowl, Expedia.com. Turn on the radio again, Expedia.com. Advertisements in magazines, Expedia.com. Watching a basketball game, commercial, Expedia.com. What is Expedia? Oh my God, fine, whatever. See, I broke. I have to embrace it because I'm hearing it too much. So I break. Oh my God. I never need a travel agent again. See, that's the key to marketing. So when I'm out there in the community and I'm constant, what did I say on the last one, part one? If you shadowed me for a day and I walked around Brentwood in Los Angeles, heck, even Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Malibu. But if I just walked and you just followed me and I walked into the coffee shop from the second the day starts, hey, Tony, hey, Tony, hey, Tony. Hey, Carlos, hey, Avery, hey, Susan. Like, I'm out there. So then eventually people will break. They hear the word real estate and they automatically think Tony, regardless if they're going to buy or sell a house. They just think Tony when they hear that word. Not because I drive boring real estate down their throat in the news feed every day. New listing, 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 just close, just close, just close, just close. Put one under contract today, put one under contract today, put 3 under contract today, market's heating up, price reduction, just closed, open, 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 open. No, that's not why, because now if they hear the word real estate, here's what they think. They still think of me. But now it's this way. Oh yeah, we're thinking about buying a home. Ugh. What? Nothing. It just reminds me of this one real estate agent that I'm friends with online. It's just like every single day, just look at me. I'm an amazing agent. Like, just closed, just closed, just sold, just sold. Like, seriously, you should just try to buy a house on your own. Realtors have single-handedly destroyed social media. Or they can think of this. Yeah, we're thinking about buying a home. Oh, dude, you have got to call my buddy Tony. Like, plus you guys are like the exact same person. Like, you guys are going to get along great, but he's amazing. Because I never even talk about it. It's because they feel like we're great friends and they know who I am as a person, and I happen to be a real estate agent. So just remember, it's inspiring eyes and ears to eventually embrace what you are trying to put in front of them. All right, so hold the Q&A because I want to rapid fire, because you have a hard stop again, right?
Yeah, just to not as hard as last week, but to respect everybody's time. They're very used to it being 8 to 9.
Okay, but what, didn't I see that there's a June 12th, 9 a.m. Come Together series?
That might, the only one we would have adjusted for is Mo. She had to reschedule because of her surgery, so
right.
maybe.
Right.
But
okay.
That would be a better question for Evie.
All right, so I will, let me jump into this then real quick. And then you just tell me, oh, it doesn't let me share screen. If somebody can make me a co-host again.
Let's see.
So if we're going to do this, then you're getting like a segment of part 2 now, and we'll do Q&A at the end, and we're going to schedule these out to where I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and all the different things that we can go over the course of the next couple weeks here.
She just made you a host.
Yep, I am doing it now. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Still?
There you are.
All right. So real quick, let's go over just the recap. If you have a question about coaching, email me, CEO@Giordano.global. That's my personal email. If you have questions about all the different things that we do, all the different topics. Let me move this arrow here. Sorry. Now, I did this last time. I'm going to do it again today because I love doing it. So there'll be a winner every time we do one.
Everybody wins because they're here with you.
I know, but I'm going to do a giveaway again. So the name of my coaching is Rise. I know some of you are new to today, but what we're going to do is if you go to my website, risemastery.com, you will see that I have testimonials from the biggest agents in the nation. Obviously, they have benefited greatly from all the different things that I'm even teaching in this segment. All the different topics that I do are right there on the website. But I do have a group program, not just one-on-one individual. In my group program, that's the giveaway we're going to do today. All right. You're going to have to wait till the end of this call, and you'll have to stay on the call in order to win when I give you guys the winning word to text me. And sure, go ahead and have my phone number ready to go inside your phones. If you guys remembered and kept them from last time, you'll have a head start, but I'll give you the power word at the end. That group program, $199 a month. You get a bi-weekly live coaching call with me. This is what we're going to do. This is the giveaway. So it won't be, I'm just telling you what you get. It's with me every single month, both live coaching calls with Q&A. You get access to all the resources. You get access to the private forum to ask me questions anytime you want, scripts, action plans, systems, normally $2,400 a year for that group program. That's what I'm going to give away today. This is the book, The Social Agent 2.0. If you do not have this book, again, I'd like to give value. This is not arrogance. This has been called in recent months the Bible for real estate agents, knowing what to do when it comes to online presence and social media. Those are reviews from other people, not me saying that. So $25.
Get that on Amazon? I'm getting on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Is that the best place to get it for you?
That's the best place, yeah. I mean, you can just, because it's Prime, literally gets delivered the next day. So it's right there. You can buy it on the Kindle, but some people prefer paperback, but it's both available on both. All right, disclaimer in this presentation, just to make sure everybody knows, we are saying the word shift. Shift happens with an F. So when you see me say something that sounds like the other word, it's this word. I don't want anybody going back to Mo saying he swears up and down in his presentations, all right? Plus, she won't care because she's like a mother to me, so.
And I think she probably knows.
Yeah, and I think she probably knows, actually, already. When I say she's like a mother to me, Mo Anderson walked me down the aisle a year ago when I got married as my mother. That's how close we are. So it won't help you. Okay. There is a very significant difference between thinking and believing. I went into that last time because you have to believe. You have to believe positively, but you have to believe there is business always. In any market, people buy and sell real estate. You also have to believe that downshifts or shifts in housing or shifts in economy, when you look at the history of America, they are little blinks of time. There is always a much longer period of growth than there is of no growth. It's temporary. Just weather out the storm and it'll be like it never happened. It's crazy when you think 08, 09, we thought it was the end of the world. And 2012, the market was on fire like it never even happened. So you have to believe that there is business out there, ladies and gentlemen. Go get it. Do not just be sitting at home thinking that Zoom is somehow going to bring you business. That going on 19 trainings a week is somehow going to bring you business. Are you increasing your audience? Remember, who cares how many trainings you go to if no one knows you exist? What are you doing to remind people you exist? Creating a mindset of mastery we went into, because you have to have an extremely strong mindset. If you don't know your why, you will never find your what, how, when, where, and who to help you achieve your goals. So last time I said the big why. What is your why? And some of you who did join my group program, not the winner, but some of you even joined it, you guys have actually, I think on this call, sent me like, hey, what do you think about this why? Here's my why. And they were exceptional whys. I've been busy this week, but I'll be responding to you. But it's going to drive you. So if you figure out your why, now you can figure out what goals you want, how you're going to achieve them, when you're going to achieve them by, where in life you're going to achieve them, and who can help you achieve your goals. My why that fuels me every day, I wake up and I'm trying to help people live their life to this philosophy of mine, is stop trying to prove the wrong people wrong and focus on proving the right people right. We're all focused on the naysayers, focus on the yay-sayers, focus on the people who believe in you, not the ones who say, oh, you're nothing, oh, you're not going to do anything. There's no reason to focus on proving people wrong if you already know they're wrong. Focus on the people who you know are right. So being recession proof, what did we say? One of the things that I want you to do, right? Liquid assets and liquid knowledge. I know all of you, you're on this call for a reason, liquid knowledge. But if there's anything I can't stress enough to people, it's saving money. Becoming shift proof, I went into the 5 factors of becoming shift proof. We were able to go deep in the mindset and having a great why. We were able to go deep in research, and that you should always be researching as agents, no matter what. Do not just listen to what other agents are saying in your office or what. Good grief, I know people who just listen to what their broker says, even though what their broker says is completely wrong. Like, oh, the new car law says that you have to do this, so you can't do this anymore. Okay. When it's just because that broker is extra strict and he worded it in a completely different way than its real meaning. And if you just called the car legal hotline, they'd be like, no, we didn't mean it like that. We mean you just can't do this. Oh, so do your research. My broker hates when I do my research. So do research. And what did I say? Some examples of research is when I'm always researching. So when everybody was talking like negative towards cryptocurrency and, oh, it's not real. Oh yeah, it is real. And I was doing a ton of research on it, which led to being the first agent who's consistently done multiple cryptocurrency transactions in real estate, which have been thousands and thousands of dollars in GCI. Yet most everybody said it's impossible or it's not real. So it's because of my research constantly that I'm going to decide whether or not I can do something and it works or what it is. Marketing, right? We kind of touched on it already on this call. Offline, online, paid, or organic. Everything is considered marketing if you're reminding people you exist. I have an agent in South Florida. She had an opportunity a few months ago before COVID to speak to the kindergarten class of the local private elementary school that wealthy people go to, and she doesn't even have a 5-year-old in that school. She just knew a teacher, and they said, we're doing career things, and we'd love for you to come and talk about real estate. to 5-year-olds. And I said, so when are you doing it? She's like, I'm not doing it. It's like, what? I'm going to wait 20 years before one turns into a deal. And I'm like, are you like, what did I say marketing is? Eyes and ears, no matter what age they are. It doesn't matter. Like, do you realize that if you had just thought of something creative, maybe gone online and bought like, I don't know, 15 dollhouses that are little dollhouses, maybe put a little pretend for sale sign that you get on some crazy website that you can make for a little marketing thing and stick it in the front yard and give the girls a dollhouse. That little 5-year-old's going to go back to her mom and say, today we learned from a realtor, blah, blah, blah. Look at the dollhouse she gave. Like, and then all of a sudden that person needs to sell their home. So again, anything that is reminding people you exist is considered marketing, but do you put that first every day? You have to. So your 3 jobs, remember, realtor is your product, houses. That's your 3rd job. Third comes third. Your 2nd job that comes before that is you chose a career in sales. So you're going a language of sales, you're constantly learning new things, you're reading books. And because you chose a career in sales, you actually chose a career in marketing and advertising. That comes first. So every morning when you wake up, it's not, I got to sell a house today. I'm a realtor. It's what do I have to do today to remind my community I exist, and also deepen relationships with people I already know even more. Prospecting, lead generation, right? We talk about it all the time, especially at KW. Lead gen, lead gen, lead gen. Well, again, my book goes into all the different forms of lead gen that are out there. But what is lead gen? It's asking enough people every single day if they know anyone else looking to buy or sell a house, and asking enough people that question to get 20 people to respond yes or no. So how many people would you have to ask calling and leaving voicemails in order for 20 of them to call you back and say yes or no? A lot. 100, 150, 200, I don't know.
More than that.
How many doors would you have to knock on in order to get 20 people even home?
Yeah.
Well, right now, a lot, but then they're not going to open the door. So death of the cold call just goes into so many different strategies that we have as agents today, but that the modern day front door is right in front of our face on social media. It's the modern day front door. It's how you get into somebody's living room digitally and look at the information that the front door gives us. 24 mutual friends, 7 similar interests. You both graduated USC. There's so much connection in social media to make conversations warm that's why I said it's the death of cold. Response times on texting and social media messaging as your form of communication are 20 times faster and more effective than any other forms of communication. Texting and social media messaging get the highest response rates in the quickest period of time. But you got to know what scripts to send.
Yeah.
Become addicted to connecting. This is where we had to fast forward last time. Become addicted to connecting. So what are you doing every day to increase your contacts, audience, and database? So online presence is a minimum of 2 things in order to say you have online presence. All right. Online presence is making sure your audience online or in technology, your audience grows in size every single day by 20 new humans a day. 20 minimum. By the way, that, in case some of you were like 20, that is cake. my audience grows 150 plus a day. When I had no money and I lost everything in the 08-09 crash, and I'm sitting in my pajamas at home, my audience was growing by 40, 50 a day. Why? Because I am in social media, growing and meeting new people. Nothing touches social media to get new people in your life to now know you exist. So 20, think about it. It's combined. It's all of those things combined. So here's how easy it is. I had 7 new connections on LinkedIn who are not local realtors. Don't do that. Now add Tony Giordano, a realtor from LA, connect with me, endorse me for real estate. I'll endorse you back to build our own referral network. That makes sense. Real estate agents from all these different marketplaces across America, that would make sense for you to connect with. But local realtors, no. So you added 7 new connections on LinkedIn, business people in your community, doctors, attorneys, business owners, CEOs, HR directors of hospitals and organizations. That's not hard to do. 7, good grief, I could do that in 10 minutes on LinkedIn. You engaged 15 people in the news feed on Facebook, sent all 15 friend requests, and 10 of them accept your friend requests in a matter of just a half hour because you engaged them first. There's 17 people right there, and you've done it in 30 minutes. You added those 3 people from your open house on Sunday to your CRM. Boom, 20 every day. That's not hard. So increase your audience by 20 new human beings a day. The second thing, in order to have online presence, is you have to give that audience value consistently every week throughout the week. And when I say value, I am not talking about new listing, 5 bedrooms, 6 bath, open this Saturday between 12 and 4. Contact me for details or a private showing. Put 1 under contract today. Put 3 under contract today. I'm so busy, I don't understand why all these real estate agents are saying they're not. I'm slammed. Market's great for me. Price reduction, motivated seller, entertainer's delight, open, open again, motivated seller, just closed, just sold, just closed, just sold. Look at me, I'm a realtor. That's not value. When I say give these 20 new human beings and all the ones you're already connected with online, let's not forget them. When I say give your following and your audience value every day throughout the week, I'm talking about you posted a picture of your dog doing something really funny and made 967 complete strangers who you've never met in real life, who you added on Facebook as new friends, laugh their butts off that morning. That is value. I get value from Tony. I feel like I know him. He makes me laugh. He makes me feel better about myself. He motivates me, and he happens to be a realtor. Now, because my philosophy is being addicted to connecting, right? The previous slide, become addicted to connecting, is every time I'm talking with a new human in real life, okay? So as we get back to normal, if you're at a barbecue, if you're at a gathering, if you're at a networking event, right? Whenever I'm talking to you, I just got back from Arizona. Arizona's back open pretty much like normal. The people of the companies or restaurants are wearing masks, but guests don't have to wear masks. We were sitting at a table of 10 people the other night after my event, all having a good time, like life is back to somewhat normalcy. So as I'm talking to this new human that I just met that day, I always in my head see this symbolic door. There's like a door that's open. And this is how my brain thinks. I actually think if I met you for the first time and I'm in San Diego at an event and you were talking to me, I would actually like see this visual door open. And as I'm talking to a new human being, I ask them questions to see if they are relevant enough to where I think I should stay connected with this person. Can this person help my business or life grow? And if the answer is yes, based on how they're talking to me and the way that they're answering questions, then I ask myself the most important question. What do I have to do to keep this door from ever closing? See, old school communication, knock, 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 hi, blah, 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 blah. Okay, sounds good. See you in a month when I knock on your door again. And the door closes. The phone hangs up. But today we don't have to worry about the door ever closing, as long as we know how to stay connected with them. So as I'm talking to somebody, if I pretty much say, okay, this is somebody I want to stay connected with, stay in touch with, deepen my relationship with them, I have to ask them pretty much 3 questions: where they live, where they work, and their full name. So if I'm at a networking event and I start talking to somebody and they're like, oh, what do you do? I'm a real estate agent. Oh, you know, how's the market, blah, blah, blah. We're sitting there talking. And I see that this guy is, or lady is, you know, somebody I want to stay connected with. What do you do? Oh, I'm a doctor. Like, oh, where are you a doctor? Here in Santa Monica? No, Cedars-Sinai, Beverly Hills. Boom, there's 2 right there. I know what hospital and what they do for a living. Oh, is that where you live? No, we live here in Santa Monica. Boom, done. But if I'm connecting with somebody and I think, oh, this is somebody I probably want to stay connected with. So what's your first and last name? Where do you work? It's like, what's the company name you work for? And where do you live? No, that's not language of sales. Language of sales is controlling conversation and coming in at a different angle where they don't realize what's happening. There's 2 types of hunters, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to choose which type of hunter you are. Now, there are hunters that I consider the T-Rex of hunting in business. You can hear them coming. You know you're about to get eaten. Like, you hear them from a mile away. Doom, doom, doom. You're like, oh my God, I'm being hunted. And some of that works. I mean, it's T-Rex, for goodness sakes. He ate just fine, right? So that I'm not dissing that type of hunting, but it's not me, right? I'm not so in your face where they feel like I'm trying to prospect them or lead gen them. The second type of hunter is a velociraptor. A velociraptor uses equals, other velociraptors, to distract its prey so that their focus is on those ones from the side and they don't even see the one that's actually going to come in for the kill. It distracts them. So I use equals. Example, who invited me to the networking event? My friend Ashley. Thanks for inviting me. Now, who are the power players here? Who are the 5 people that I must meet? Maybe it's a new hospital tech center that just got open. They're doing the ribbon cutting. She invited me. This is a true story. So who's the CEO of the hospital? He is. He's going to do the speech. Awesome. Introduce me to him. Who gets to cut the ribbon? She does. Why does she get to cut the ribbon? Because she's nurse of the year. Awesome. Introduce me to her. Who built the tech center? Him and those guys. That's the general contractor. Cool. Introduce me to him. So now she's going to introduce me. It's not, I was just randomly coming up to hunt you, and they're distracted by their friend. And then I start to come in from these different angles of language of sales where they don't even realize that they're giving me all of their information. And now I have their first, last name, where they work, and where they live, which means I now open my phone.
I was going to say, do you keep that in your head or do you go right to your phone and save it?
Go right to your phone, because the high D in me thinks I'll remember, but it's taken a long time to admit that I can't. No matter how good my memory is, it's taken me a long time to create a habit of leaving myself notes. So after I'm done talking to them, by the way, 15 minutes. I don't care how deep the conversation's going. It's too long. I don't need to sit here and talk to you for an hour at a 2-hour event, no matter how great of a doctor or potential client you are, because I just lost 4 other people because I put all my energy in you. I just need enough. We hit it off. We exchanged information. So now I'm walking away from that person. I go in my memo pad and I put John Smith, doctor, Cedars-Sinai Hospital, lives in Santa Monica. Boom, go to the next person. Now later that night, I can now go back in my phone and then start pulling them all up on social media, connect, 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 and the door never closes. Become addicted to connecting with every single person you are meeting. I constantly get frustrated at coaching clients of mine who are like, I'll ask them, you know, here's an example. A few days ago, she goes, my clients are interviewing agents, and they're going to interview me because I helped them buy the home, but that was 4 years ago, and they're interviewing me and a couple others to list it. I go, why are clients of yours interviewing you and other agents when you have already represented them on that house?
Yeah.
Well, because, you know, I know, but they don't think I'm a listing agent like as much as I am a selling agent. So they're still giving me a shot. Huh? So are they friends with you on Facebook? The wife is. Why isn't the husband? I don't think he has a Facebook. You don't think he's one of the 2.8 billion people on planet Earth who have a Facebook. Got it. Did you check? I think I tried checking once. What's her name? Married, John Smith. He's right on her timeline. How old are they? 60? 60. Are you friends with their kids? No. Do you think their kids are going to buy a house? Why haven't you ever engaged their kids and sent them a friend request or a connection request on LinkedIn? You're doing nothing to get in these people's sphere. What if you had done this 4 years ago? Built a relationship with them, got 2 of their friends as clients because of connecting and adding them as friends. You really think they'd be interviewing agents when they constantly hear their friends also love you and your relationship was that deep with them? You just don't go far enough in keeping the door open. You are allowing the door to be closed until you reach out to them. They don't see you enough. They don't see everything you do. They didn't see you post the last 9 houses you sold as listing agent. So 20 people every day. Use Facebook friend page for this. Use your Instagram friend page for this. Use LinkedIn at a higher level than you are right now. What do I mean by LinkedIn and how do you use it? When's the last time any of you Googled the 5 biggest companies in San Diego that have the most employees over any other companies? Then once you found that information out on Google by Googling 5 largest companies in San Diego, California, you then found the 5 companies' profiles on LinkedIn. So you searched such and such company. Example, Hulu here in LA or Snapchat. So I know Snapchat's one of the biggest companies here. So now I go on LinkedIn and I search Snapchat or Hulu. And it says 2,000 plus employees. And I open that list of 2,000 plus employees on LinkedIn on the company profile. And I scroll through all the employees. Connect, 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 connect. Oh, and one just happens to be the chief marketing officer of Snapchat, who my wife and I close next week on their $4.1 million purchase in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
So these are the ways to use these networks, and it's free. Online media and video marketing mastery. So what I wanted to get into last time was just a little bit more in depth of what purpose does your website serve today? Do you really think do you really think anybody needs a realtor's website anymore? No. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head. They do not need us for the reason we launched websites, which was for property search. They have Zillow, Trulia, and Redfin for that. I'm sorry, but it's over. It happened. No one's using your IDX. And if you want to challenge me on this, then call me, give me the login of your website, and I will show you out of the 400 people who visited your website last month, less than 10 of them clicked your property search. They don't need us for that. What they need us is, are we worthy of their business? The website today is the modern day first impression. It's for them to just Google us, end up on our website, and see if we're worthy of 60 minutes in their living room. And we'll probably never go to our website ever again, ladies and gentlemen.
So has it gone full circle? It was, I mean, when we first did websites in the 90s, they were just a business card, right? A marketing business
Late
card.
90s, but mostly early 2000s when real estate agents flooded the gates of websites.
And then it did become somewhat search-based with IDX before Zillow got, and now is it just kind of back? It's your calling card?
Yeah, I would say that honestly, I don't know very many real estate agents who had websites in the late 90s. And I know a lot of agents who have been in this business for a very long time. It was really after 2000, and it was because the MLS allowed IDX, an IDX connection. And so all agents wanted a website because now people could access the MLS through that agent's personal website. And so it wasn't really a full circle. It's how it started. And now it's not how it's used. And let's not forget, I know some of you have heard me speak before. The founder and owner of Expedia, who changed the travel industry forever, used to work for Bill Gates at Microsoft as an exec for Bill. And in 1996, he went out on his own and launched Expedia. Did he change the travel industry forever? Yes. Then he decided to hop on the board of directors of another company and completely change the video rental world. Netflix, same guy that worked for Bill, who's the founder and owner of Expedia, now board member of Netflix, and wipes out the multi-billion-dollar video rental industry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that guy's name is Rich Barton. Sound familiar?
Yep.
He's the founder and owner of Zillow. Also, same guy. This is not going to change. He is a 182 IQ genius. He knows what he's doing. So you better embrace change. The power of video on our websites. Do you have video in your website to help with your SEO? I'll hear an agent say, well, I don't know if I can upload videos to my website. Then get a new website. Does your website have social media? Or if I go to your website and I see the Facebook button and I click it, do I leave your website and go to your Facebook? Yes, I do. That's 99.99% of all realtors' websites. You go to their website, you click their Facebook button, and you leave it. Congratulations. Hi, welcome to my website. Leave. That's not helping your SEO. So the guys who build my websites, when you click the social tab, every single post of mine comes feeding into my website, creating its own live interactive newsfeed. You don't leave my website. You see every single post of mine from YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, come feeding in to my website. Massive SEO capability. These are the guys that build the best real estate agent websites. This is a promo code. I will show you this at the end again. However, we only have a few more minutes, but that promo code, First Impression, gets massive discounts at this company, Agent Image. Now, in my book, if you have it, there is another company in here that I say is amazing for websites called MoPro. They are, but it's because this is a multi-industry book. So MoPro is a multi-industry website designer. They do salons, small business, financial, realtor. So I have to mention somebody who can do any website. But anytime I'm only talking to realtors, Agent Image, because they only do real estate and they are the best at real estate agent websites. The online on 9. So these are the 9 biggest networks. However, we're going to remove Pinterest and we're going to call it the Great 8 of real estate. Because even though Pinterest is amazing, TikTok is amazing, Snapchat is amazing, where you should focus in networks that actually would build your brand and help improve your business and aren't just for fun, this would be the Great 8 of real estate. One of the greatest tips that I can give, as I did last time, is follow me. Anywhere you can find me online, and here's why. I lead by example. Just follow me. And you'll see how I do these things. You'll see how I post. You'll see the languages that I use. And it'll help you. You know, is it coaching? Is it going to propel your business to the next level? No, but it might give you tips that will improve your business. So anywhere you can find me, at Tony_Giordano, at Modern Group RE, at Rise Mastery, at the Opulent Agency, all my different companies that I have, follow them wherever you can find them. I'm willing to fail often so my audiences fail less. What does that mean? Follow me. Do you know how many times I have failed over and over and over again on what works and what doesn't when social media is your bread and butter online? I've been suspended. I've been kicked out of LinkedIn. I've been kicked out of Instagram. I've been kicked out of Facebook. So I'm willing to try all these things so that when I find the one that works really well, I can teach it to people so that they fail at it less. So I'm always willing to be the front runner. And sorry, that wasn't supposed to show. And build and help them understand the right approach to these different networks, right? LinkedIn is exploding in content. You have to do content on LinkedIn. Here's my rule of thumb. Whatever your Facebook business page is in content, so everything you post to your Facebook business page, articles, links, market updates, listings, copy and paste and post it to your LinkedIn. It should be identical content to your realtor Facebook business page. YouTube, strictly for, you know, taking advantage of this new world of video marketing, including Instagram, right? So over 85% of marketers agree that video has taken over media. So what are you doing to integrate that video? This is an entirely different presentation that I have that is about 14 hours of curriculum that just teaches agents how to be better at video marketing so that they can actually take advantage of Instagram. Do you speak the language of social media? Do you speak the language of social media? Example, okay, Tony said I should start getting content out there on Instagram, but then the agent doesn't know how to hashtag to draw traffic back to them. Example, do you know how to hashtag correctly? So sitting in open house on a gorgeous day in Santa Monica hashtag. Nope, wrong. Hashtag was supposed to go in the front. I've seen that mistake. Sitting in open house on a gorgeous day in hashtag Santa, hashtag Monica. Nope, wrong again. Not gonna work. So there's a language to it. Here's an example. If we were to try a post right now, and you were like, Tony, you've given us so much value in the last 2 sessions that I feel like I owe you to like tell people how good your teaching is. I'm not saying you're thinking that. I'm just saying, like, if you were that type of person, like to give back, you know, pay it forward. And you were like, but how should I do it? Like, what would be the right way to post? It would look something like this. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to give back, you'd be like, hey, at nar.realtor, at Keller Williams Realty, at Zillow, you know, Tony just dropped the mic.
You want to hashtag, yeah, or you want to alert all the eyes that would be looking at all those other pages, right?
Right. Like, I mean, maybe somebody on this call right now is like, you know what? I want to make sure nar.realtor sees it, or like at Keller Williams Realty. right? Like at Keller Williams Realty, he should be sharing the stage with Gary. I'm not saying you have to say that. I'm just saying if you were like, but do they have an Instagram? Yeah, it's right there. That's their Instagram, just for, you know, to reference. You could use words like game changing or like the coaching godfather. I'm not, they're just ideas. Okay, so in conclusion, on video or on social media is another tip is, do you social sell? Are you always focused on selling yourself online? If I looked and reviewed all of your online networks, would it come across pitchy and salesy? Or do you social tell? Tell your story. Better than that, have your clients tell your story. Have them reach out and give a testimonial with a video. Nothing better than that. But don't sell your story, tell your story, and watch the difference. Listing videos, promo videos of who we are as agents. We need all of these different things in our business. We have to start going live. And live is actually dominating all news feeds because it prioritizes in front of everything else. So go live on anything you can, both in personal life and in business life. Share stories. Stories are amazing if you know how to use hashtags and filters. So just get little stories out there, you know, virtual open houses or talking about the real estate market. Don't just share photos. You have to get in the habit of video.
Hi everybody, Tony Giordano here, and I'm coming to you very soon.
This is just done in front of a green screen.
Video marketing mastery.
So that could have easily been a market update. Now, leverage, we already talked about it, people, tech, and money. All of those are different forms of leverage. And we talked about that last time. So that's the fifth factor, right? Or the fourth factor, but the fifth factor was innovation. And in innovation, be you. The more natural you are, the more it will come through authentically online. I said it in my first book in 2012. The same reason your friends and family love you is how you're going to get 4,000 other people to love you. Be yourself, just don't cross a line. But if you approach your business goofy, be goofy. If you approach your business or life as a community activist, show that. If you're a charitable person, be that. If you're witty and sarcastic, be witty and sarcastic. Just don't push and cross the line of being politically incorrect with sarcasm. But there's plenty of opportunities to be, you know, our natural sarcastic or witty selves without offending people. All right, so here are the other parts that we're going to be doing in the coming weeks. Modern day business mastery and language of sales is also a segment of this presentation. It goes into the Bible when dealing with foreign nationals, right? It's a segment of this curriculum. And I teach people like what books they should be reading. Examples, this is just an example of what is coming. Now it's time to pay for lunch of the potential wealthy client who you are trying to impress and gain a mutual respect from, right? You get an opportunity to go to lunch with somebody you'd love to gain their business. No, let me get lunch, please. I got it. Right?
Yep.
You think that wealthy business person is looking at you impressively when that got laid down?
Yeah, because that never happens to them.
Right?
Yep.
See, there's something called the glance, and people are constantly doing what's called an ocular size up on us. And if we're a successful business person who talks a big game, just know as you're talking, they're doing this. This little, they see what card you pay for lunch with. They see what kind of watch you're wearing if you're so successful and such a great real estate agent. It's called the glance. And it gets into little things like this to raise your level of sophistication when dealing with people. It goes deep into conversation equals conversion. Conversation equals conversion. The more we converse, the higher our capture rate of converting is going to be. It gets into how the wealthy make business decisions. So that's all coming. Time blocking and management is a segment of Shift Happens. Because, all right, Tony, you're telling me to do all these things. How am I supposed to block time for it? And I teach you how to have a chief executive officer mentality from about 8 in the morning till about 12 o'clock and how it's broken down. We're going to get into why and where you should be investing in your business and where you should not be spending money in your business. It gets into multiple databases, allied partners, lead sources, creating multiple streams of income, building an organizational chart for your business. All right, now let's wrap it up. Here it is. We're going to do the game, the winner of today's coaching real fast. So phone number, winner being announced. Here we go. All right. The phone number 310, 694 5022. 310-694-5022. One sec. The winning word that you have to text me right now, whoever's text I get first, wins a membership to not my individual, but to this program right here for 1 year. You win the $2,400. Well, you don't win $2,400. You know what I mean. You win a 1 year membership.
No, but they'll make a lot more than that.
Exactly. Is Shift with an F. Shift. Go. Who's it going to be? You get the bi-weekly live coaching call with Q&A. You get access to all the scripts and action plans. I see the text coming through now. You get access to the private forum. Come on. The winner is phone number 619-607-7979. Whoever's number that is, please text your name now. 619-607-7979 is the winner of the 1 year membership. As I said last time, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a special landing page for you that a few of you have signed up for already. It is just for you guys and Ashley. And for those that didn't win, if you want to join this group program, if you go to this special landing page, this is not a joke. If you go to this special landing page, you will see that just KW Metro, instead of $2,400 a year, $199 a month, you can sign up for the program for just $649 a year, which is only $54 a month. And I do not offer that to anybody else. So please do not share this link. This is strictly for Ashley's office. So don't share it with your friends or anybody, because I can't let this price get out there to the public. That is your special landing page if you still want to sign up if you didn't win. And last but not least, as I said last time, don't live your life with the attitude that it can only get better. Instead, live your life with the gratitude that it can always be worse. And I'm looking forward to part 3, 4, and 5 of what I just showed you, where we're going to get deep into all those other segments that'll improve your business. All right. Q&A, Ashley, because I still see a lot of people and you guys don't have a 9 o'clock, so we can just hash it out. I don't have anywhere to go.
I have somewhere to go, but
okay.
It's just not a totally dead
Well,
time.
let's see if I can answer a couple real fast.
You can read them, right?
Let's see here. Yeah, I can read them. Oh, there's one that I want to find right now. Who said that? Where is Alicia? There is a line of being a stalker. Don't take the analogy too far.
You'd have to know.
Where was the comment though about being a stalker?
No, you were talking about basically stalking on Facebook and, you know, not just Facebook, but adding
Oh,
people to all the social media.
ladies and gentlemen, if you think I kind of even hinted to what stalking can get to, I haven't even touched the surface. This is beginners. Like, you want to see how far I take this? I take this way further. I don't just say, where do you work? Where do you sleep? Blah, blah, blah. And then go and find them on Facebook and add them as a friend. Just a few weeks ago before COVID, I got invited to this incredible party from a friend of mine, knowing that the owner of this house who was having this massive party was a homeowner, knowing that him and I are not friends. We don't know each other. So I went on my friend's Facebook. I found the guy who's invited them, and I get to go, who I'm not friends with. And I just scrolled through all his stuff. And I saw that he was in Bora Bora a month before that on family vacation with his wife. So then at the party, when Chris introduces me to the guy and we're all sitting there talking and I go, yeah. Then in my peripheral, as he's talking to Chris, I'm looking at somebody else and I said, yeah, my wife and I are thinking about going to Bora Bora, but you know, don't know many people who have, but that's just one of the places, because that's true. We might be thinking of going to Bora Bora, just like I might be getting a listing on the same street tomorrow night because somebody calls. Language of sales. And in my peripheral, as I said that, I could see him immediately look away from who he was talking to and say, Bora Bora, we just came back. Oh, really? You guys just were there? Yeah, you've got it. Here, let me get my wife over here. You will love it. And we actually know, you got to ask for Robin. And now the ice is broken. Him and I are best friends within 10 minutes. So you want to talk about how far you can take it? Is that stalking? No. Stalking is looking at women online and seeing if they live by themselves and then hiding behind a dumpster at their house. That's called stalking. And you shouldn't do that. Let's see here. What is your opinion about having a website for KWI? You got to email me directly for questions like that, because I have to have off the record answers. Do you have a protocol for best time of day to post videos and gain traction? More people watch or more traffic at time or a day? Yes. Anytime in the 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Morning time is high traffic times for social media. Then it dies, it drops. Then it spikes back up in the early afternoon. Then it flattens during like 5 o'clock evening time. And then it spikes back up like later at night. However, right now, it's just consistent all day because of COVID.
Home.
Like, people are online. But when things get back to normal, it'll probably fall back. For some strange reason, Wednesday early afternoons are some of the highest traffic on a lot of different networks, as well as Saturday mornings are high traffic times for different networks.
All right, I do have to jump. I'm going to ask that if you have a question you want Tony to answer, just email him. He's given us his email info.
And I actually see a couple people who have signed up for my group coaching that are asking questions. Guys, just ask it in the private forum because you have access to me whenever you want. So take your questions, go into the private group that you're a member of and ask, and I'll answer your questions later as well.
All right, sir.
All right, part 3 coming.
Awesome. We will, I'll connect with Evie and you. We'll get it set up. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Get out there, everybody. Like them, tag them, add them.
Have a fantastic weekend, sir. See if you can get in the ocean.
I will. Like them, tag them, add them. Love you all.
Thank you so much.